The best quality education programs are built on clear values and vision, with a curriculum that balances academic rigour, creativity and real-world application. An outstanding school should strive to provide every opportunity to foster inclusive and supportive environments where every learner feels a sense of belonging and is encouraged to reach their full potential. Strong partnerships between educators, families and diverse and global communities ensure that students experience relevance and can have meaningful impact. Immersion programs provide an outstanding opportunity to complement school programs, enhance wellbeing and develop character. Immersion programs deepen and broaden service learning programs, and with the correct preparation can have personal, educational, social and ethical benefits. Experiencing other people's lived realities, being fully present to them and walking with them definitely deepens connection and fosters true empathy. Immersions can challenge stereotypes and biases about those made poor and those who live with vulnerability, and hopefully participants recognise and reflect on their own privilege. The ideal outcome is that participants are moved to use their privilege to enhance the lives of those who don't share in it. Taking participants into unfamiliar environments can challenge comfort zones, and with appropriate support, we see growth and the building of resilience. Long-term, community-led partnerships build connection and hope, connect the head and the heart, and the reflection opportunities offer moments of deeper discernment that can lead to career and/or lifestyle choices. This video was not scripted in any way and offers opinions from hosts, leaders and participants that should be helpful to those planning immersions.
What attracted me to come on this immersion was really a way to give back, I suppose, because I don't think I understood how grateful and privileged I was to be in the position that I am, and how much hard work my parents had to put in to give me this privileged position in life. So it has been very important, the prep before the trip, because it allows us to be a little bit more culturally appropriate, because obviously we don't know the customs or the culture here as well as the people, obviously, and being told what's respectful and what's not is really important because it allows us to really interact with the kids.
So we prepared by having weekly meetings, which was really helpful because we got to learn about the Indian culture. We got to learn about what they like to do, to learn about kind of the politics behind India. So we knew all the background. So when we've come here and we've done activities with the kids, we know what's going on, we know what they like to do, so we can connect with them easier.
Every year, the trip who went does an assembly and presentation, and I think when I saw the first one, the idea of me helping people and me being able to make a difference, even in one person's life, is just something that I've always wanted to do.
So when the groups come to our country, they should actually know the cultural differences, the cultural ideas, and the experiences and or the problems our child is actually going through. For example, I come from abroad, I come from a foreign country. I should not be going to a place and flexing my leisure life or showing off things that I have. This is not what we expect, and this is not what they are going to come and show. So it's a basic and a simple life where you are coming and going on ground and learning with the people who are going through the problems every single day and facing challenges every single day, not knowing whether their food is certain for for a day. Their mindset and mentality should be open, and their mind should be widely open to learn more, to gain more, and to accept more. So they need to be fit for it, and they need to be mentally fit to tell them that the privileges they have aren't the privileges everybody is getting.
So it's really important. It's not about only one visit the group come India of any another country. It's about not about only one day or half a day just come to spending a time with the childrens. It's about they make the relationship and build the relationship for the at least a time being to spend some like 1 week at least. If they're not spending a 1 week, I really accept, as in my experience, to at least give like 4 to 5 days, because if you come here and just spending a half day or 1 day, it's just about you just coming to just showing your face and you're going, and the children don't have interacting and they are not building their relationship. Once you are spending a good time with the children, it's like you are making a good connection for the further in the future also. The children will be they feel proud and happy they have a friend out of country.
It is important for visits from outside to be ongoing and to be sustainable. Because the community that's hosting the group needs to have that regular contact with that group, because they put out so much in terms of preparation to host the group. And if you just come in for a day and then or for a year and then never come back, then there is no ongoing contact, and that is not great for the host community. Yeah.
Before coming, they should have a basic idea of the country, the people, customs, traditions, religion, do's and some don'ts, and for their safety, some precautionary measures as well. From what I've seen, I think it is very important, and those groups that have been coming over the years have come well planned and well prepared, and that is obvious when we see them working with us and in their living with us.
I think these visits made by the groups from outside, they are very useful, mainly because that creates a new energy with the two groups. And what happens is this energy is not just working on a project or something. This is a heart energy between two groups for something better, something long term.
So the preparation before coming is very important, and I've seen that the groups which were prepared more are into it much faster than the groups which do not do much preparation, See, the groups coming from outside, they come with their culture, their knowledge, their technical advance in science, technology, their attitude, as well as their own experiences, maybe religious experience, secular experience, human experience. All these, when they interact with the students or the people of the community, they also get exposed to these, so that both can compare the differences in the system of values and system of the way things go on in their country and in the country of the people, the community where they come into.
It also gives them a wonderful worldview, as well as hopes and dreams. I believe poverty often restricts people's rights, access to rights, and the biggest right that I believe they're deprived of with poverty is the right to dream. And having young people from abroad and across the world and other cultures within India come and engage with them helps them rekindle their dreams.
I would like to share my experience probably when
I was a child, I used to engage with different groups coming from Australia or maybe coming from, the UK. So that sort of has made me think in a way, like that has broadened my mind in terms of understanding perspective of others, and also willingness to learn about other cultures, and also trying to seek something which I've like as a child I used to I'm a kind of person who observes things, so I'm an observer. So I used to observe like what actually they're doing, so I would try to implement those things in my personal life. So people would come to me and say, you're trying something else, you're trying something else. So that was not something else, that was I trying to build myself. Yeah, so it has helped me in building myself.
I look at immersions as one of the pillars of our work because it's about educating young people across the world on issues of structural injustices. And firstly, I believe it's a wonderful platform for young people across the globe to understand the dynamics of poverty and injustice in India. But for us as Indians who are receiving and being hosts to people from across the world, it's wonderful for our young people to engage with different cultures, different languages, different ideas, different ways of living, and understand the world and its dynamics, as well as how different cultures operate. And it's a wonderful educational experience for our young people. I believe leaders really need to be entrenched in the idea of justice, equity, and inclusion. Without that mindset, it becomes more of a challenge of educating the leader. So I do believe that, and I've seen it, that many groups that do come in and have leaders who prepare them well over a period of time, not really with the detail of what to expect here, but really with the purpose of our exchange, as well as being open to embracing whatever comes up.
The self-discovery pathway during immersion is like beyond anything that I can compare it to. I think they discover a lot about their weaknesses, or their perceived weaknesses actually, and I think they discover an awful lot about their strengths. And crucially, I think they discover that humanity has a lot more in common than they think, perhaps prior to immersion. I think coming from the West, we've got this perception of those in underprivileged conditions, but fundamentally what they realise is their desires, their hopes are the same as our hosts.
Or we say we are all one human family. And I've seen the groups that are coming there, and there's no difference between the Australian students, children, and our children, no matter where they have come from. Color, creed, language, religion is no barrier, and they could mix well, and it's a very growing experience for both the groups. I know very well that our children always used to look forward to the group that was coming, and they never wanted them to leave.
Evidently, the leader of the group should have much more experience, should have come maybe a few times before, so that he or she can prepare this group earlier. Secondly, he or she can, in their daily interaction or frequent interaction, explain the various situations, remove their fears, and also make them at ease when they face these situations. And therefore, the leader of these groups should be much better prepared, much better experienced, and having had a number of years of experience in bringing these groups to the community.
Being present in the moment and being with the people that I'm surrounded by, and being able to really immerse myself completely in what we're doing has been very important. And not having a phone has been a big impact on why it's been so good.
I kind of it didn't bother me because I knew that I'd have my whole experience here. I want to be focusing on either the people we're working with or just with the people I'm with, my friends from school. So not having my phones really helps bond, and we've always been playing games together and with the children.
Actually, from an immersion point of view, it's fundamental that our students are here, body and soul, fully undistracted, with the ability to sit with our hosts and be fully present rather than this ping, that ping. And also, another fundamental part of the process is the reflection and the processing. And the evenings, the students tend to gather and play games and talk and journal, whereas if they'd got their mobiles with them, they'd simply be sitting and scrolling. Reflection is crucial prior to and during immersion, and actually we role model that process of leading reflection before we come on immersion, so that when we're here the students can also take responsibility for leading an evening reflection. In terms of their importance, I don't think they can be underestimated at all. Some of the things that our students will experience, see, smell, taste, touch are so far out of their comfort zone that if they don't have time to process independently but as a group, then I think they can struggle a lot more than they might. So reflection is key from a kind of social setting perspective and community perspective, but also from a faith perspective.
I think that the regular reflections have always been really important, and they've been the highlight of my day. I think whatever I'm feeling, I know that I'm fine because in the reflection we can all talk about it. And I really value the fact that they are child-led and led by us, because we can just connect more and we can let our guard down, and just, I think it's really made us connect as a group, and then we can separate our feelings of happiness and joy and then go a bit into how we actually felt about the day and just have an allocated time for that.
The regular reflections after every day has been amazing, because it's a time where everyone can be vulnerable, and Caroline's done a great job because it's a really safe environment, and everyone I know feels like it's a safe environment to talk about their feelings. And I was a little skeptical about it at first because I wasn't sure that everyone would be as honest as they have been, and yeah, being able to be as vulnerable as we have been it's been very good.
Reflection sessions have allowed me to really share my emotions without really being judged by anybody else, and it's been nice for me to hear all them say what they experienced and say how they interpreted different things. And for me, I've seen some really shocking things that I never thought I would see in my life. So just to be able to share that with other people has really helped and get things off my chest.
You know, this has got a lasting impression on the community. The community members will remember the individuals who have come, who have lived with them. And I'm sure the same thing would be also for the group members when they return. They will also keep individuals in their mind. And then this becomes, let me call this way, that they are able to spread this system to other people, invite other individuals to come for this group interactions, immersions into another culture, another country, and thus they also have got their own learning to be responsible socially, physically, culturally, and go out of themselves in their thinking, and on more of going out of themselves. And this also helps them to solve their some deficiencies in their own character, deficiencies in their own way of bringing up, and taking responsibility for the lesser privileged members of the society in which they themselves are living, and also maybe of to help the society in which they had worked or they interacted. I think in that sense it becomes a long-term partnership, what I would say. And this partnership also leading to commitment when the group members are able to extend that way.
The takeaways from immersion are like sometimes unknown and unseen. I think immersion from a staff point of view is like planting seeds, right? So sometimes those seeds will grow really quickly and we'll see the fruits, and sometimes we won't. But the fruits that I have seen, the takeaways that I have seen are, you know, really strong takeaways in terms of wastage. That would be something that all of our kids take away. They don't go home and waste food anymore. They would take away this common humanity theme that what we have or what we desire or who we are is universal. It's just in a culturally different context. And I think the other takeaway is that for some of them, it actually changes their pathway. So we've had students come back. Our university application process is a little bit different to yours. They apply early, and some of them will then go home and change their applications wanting to study something different or to go into a career that gives them access to the international field.
I would hope that once you go back, you'd keep that challenging idea going, rather than them going back into exams and then into their careers, and they've lost the purpose and the whole experience of the India exchange. Having said that, I still insist that once you go back, if you can keep the flame alive and the purpose of even challenging structures and encouraging to take career options and lifestyle options into the future, and keep that flame alive would be really something I would really advocate for it really to be beneficial in the long run.
I think debriefing is one of those things that can be easily overlooked, and I think the students think that when we get off the plane in England, that's it. But actually they soon realise that that can't be it. They feel lost, they get back to school, and only this group understands what's happened. And so we tend to spend that kind of 12th month before we start to recruit again as the debrief, as the time together, as the meal, as the shared experience. And that just eases them back in. I think, you know, we all know that little adage about we're one colour when we travel to a foreign country, and we think we're going to go back home as the same colour, but actually the colour of the country has influenced us. And so we don't fit in quite the same into our families and our friends as we used to. And we need to be that coloured group for each other.
What I've learned about myself is I can be, around the right people, I can be vulnerable. I'm proud of myself for being as vulnerable as I have been on this trip, and I hope that's something that I can keep with me.
My biggest takeaway has been just the fact that people are people and they will always be the same. We will always have something in common. Everyone will love someone. And I think I've seen the disabled orphans or the street children, but then at the end of the day, and when you reflect on it, we are people and we all deserve dignity, and everyone just deserves to be loved by someone.
I've learned that I'm able to expand my comfort zone. I've been doing things over here that before I left I would never do in my daily life at all. I'd say my biggest takeaway would be that just sending money to charities isn't enough.
No, I hope that more groups will come. It's now beneficial for both, and also I'm sure there are many of our students, I know, they are in touch with the others. So that's the one thing.
To thank them for taking the trouble to come all the way to our country and for what they learn from us and what we learn from them. Because it's an enriching experience for us as well.
In summary, there are many considerations when planning immersions, as emphasised by those interviewed. Immersions should always be long-term commitments, never one-off visits that are mutually beneficial and where there is mutual learning. It's widely agreed that preparation should be lengthy and include cultural differences and sensitivities, coming as a guest and being totally present. This should be accompanied by daily reflection during the trip, journal writing, and significant debriefing on return. Hosts emphasise that the timing of the trip matters, as does the length of stay, and what they didn't mention was the financial support that they truly deserve and is appreciated. The length of the trip and the length of the stay really make a difference to the depth of engagement. Shorter trips are not immersions and are more aptly named cultural experiences. As mentioned by the hosts, short visits can be very inconvenient and rarely impact positively on either group. To be authentic, immersions should be trips of simplicity with few indulgences if participants are to be truly building empathy. It is important for leaders and participants to acknowledge that they don't know what they don't know and to follow the lead of hosts without making assumptions. I am truly grateful to Caroline Serino and her group from St Joseph's College, Stoke-on-Trent, for their gracious input into this video. To the Christian brothers in India who have made many things possible over many years. To the Don Boscos for their generosity over the years, and to all who were interviewed. Your input is greatly appreciated. Mostly, I want to thank Jay Moyes, who accompanied me on a pilgrimage to India in 2008 as a student and whose idea it was to create this video. Apart from being an outstanding human, he's a filmmaker and a storyteller. I'm deeply grateful.